Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Toyota Rav4. This is the XSE Hybrid. It's finished off in Calvary Blue. MSRP starts just over at $43,000. Now Rav also stands for recreational active vehicle. This is a very capable SUV from Toyota, and this is powered by the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's also paired to 3 AC motors along with the 1.6 kilowatt lithium ion battery. It's also paired to the electronic CVT. It pumps out 219 horsepower, 163 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this 3,700 pound SUV from 0 to 60 in right around 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 117 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 14.5 gallons. You'll expect to see around 41 miles per gallon in the city, 38 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 105.9 inches. Its overall length is 180.9. It has a width of 73, a height of 67, and its ground clearance measures in just over 8 inches. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, the Calvary Blue has a very nice color to it, especially with all the gloss black accents. Now up front, you'll notice that the Toyota badge has a blue accent, indicating that it is a hybrid. This is also the sensor for the distance pacing. There's a forward-facing camera, a lot more gloss black for the upper grille there, with parking sensors and plenty of cutouts. This also has LEDs for all of the lighting up front. There's even some DRLs on the sides of the bumper there. And then more cutouts in the lower section. Really nice contoured edges too for the upper section there, as well as the entire grille surround. And then there's also some very subtle lines that come down the hood. Now as we work our way to the side, this has a set of 18-inch wheels that are finished off in gloss black. You'll notice too, you can see a little bit of the suspension with some of those blue accents there. There's also gloss black for the fender flares. It's on the lower side skirts. It's also on the mirror caps where there's a camera and a turn signal. Now this model also has a roof rack along with the full moon roof. There's also more gloss black for those roof racks. It's in the lower section of the window trim with some chrome on the upper section there. And it has a really nice side design to it with the rest of the lines. Now you'll notice too that this model also has a gloss black roof. So that actually ends right about here for this trim accent. Then there's a gloss black for the entire spoiler with the third brake light. Wiper blade is in the lower section. There's LEDs in back, along with some brushed accents that run through that power trunk. There's more brushed accents in the lower section. There's the backup camera, all the sensors, and then the dual exhaust is in the lower section as well. Now, in order to gain access to the cargo space, you can use the button on the key fob, the button up underneath by the window, or this does have the hands-free option. So you can kick over on this right side and open the liftgate, which is a really nice feature to have. And once in back, there's a good bit of storage. This is a smaller SUV, but there is plenty of room. You'll notice there's a 12 volt. There's also a net on the passenger side there. On the driver's side, you'll see the JBL sub. And then there's even some storage underneath the floor where there's the spare tire. This does have the cover installed at the moment, so you can use that. And then you can also fold down the back seats if you need that much more interior space. So again, for its sizing, definitely very capable as a daily driver. And then the liftgate will easily close with that one control. Now as we work our way to the back, you can lock and unlock this with all 4 door handles, which is really nice. And then for the interior, you'll notice more of the blue. So there's blue stitching, really nice brushed accents. There's a little bit of storage down below, and then you have the release and the window control. And then even more blue accents with these seats. You'll notice that for the entire insert there, which is a great touch. Now at 5'10", it's pretty easy to hop into the back where I have a good bit of space, especially for my legs. There's vents as well as some auxiliaries there. And then at my height, I have 3 or 4 inches of headroom. And this is how the seat is. It's slightly reclined back, so you definitely have plenty of space for this smaller size vehicle. Now in the middle, you get the armrest along with 2 cup holders. And then you have a good bit of visibility. You have some large cargo windows there so you can easily see. And we have the full moonroof too with that shade currently closed. But it's great for full-size adults to be in the back. Now up front, there's memory seating adjustments. You have your window, side mirror controls, and then a little bit more storage down below. And then the power operating front seats with a little bit more lateral support to them, but the same blue stitching, which is nice. And then as we hop in, we have the leather steering wheel. On the right side, there's mode and tuning, along with your cruise, distance pacing, lane keeping assist. And then on the left side, you have volume, Bluetooth controls, and then these arrows here to go through the gauge cluster. So let's start this up. You're not really going to hear it. It starts up in the hybrid assistance. So you have ready over on the far left to indicate that this is ready to put in gear. But with those controls now, you'll notice for the gauge cluster on the left side, there's charge, eco, and power. On the right side, there's miles per hour. And then you can also scroll through the 3 different settings here and configure what you would like to see. So just press on OK, and now you can control what you'd like to see in the middle, on the right side, and then on the left side as well. So just depending on how you want to set this up, you have those 3 presets ready to go. Now on this left side, you get a little bit of storage. There's also the power tailgate or liftgate release. You have an odometer setting. There's also the heated steering wheel. If you click on view, this is the icon to go around the 360 camera system. So just to get another angle before you take off, you can use that as needed. There's also a defroster, automatic headlights, and then you also have this adjustment here for the gauge cluster, so the dimmer switch there. And then as we work our way back to the infotainment system, you don't have a whole lot to go through, but you do get a good bit for daily driving. So we have navigation, so you can push on that to view the map. You can get into your music, your phone. You also have a few settings to go into, energy flow, trip information, and then you have general settings to go through as needed. So you can configure that and set it up the way that you would like to. Now there's air vents underneath that. You have very large knobs for your temperature adjustments. So those are on both sides. Where you have fan speed in the middle, you have some defrosters, where you'd like the air to go, sync, off, all of those controls. There's traction control, heated seats, and then you have wireless charging with a few auxiliaries back there. If we put this into reverse, you get the backup camera with that top-down view. You can also use the shifter to shift gears if you would like to. There's the parking brake and auto hold. There's also a trail mode. You have an EV mode, and then you can rotate this dial to go through the different driving modes for on-road. So you can get through 3 different modes there, which is very nice. We have been able to take the RAV4s off-road, and they actually do surprisingly well. There's 2 cup holders behind that. You get a little bit of storage with some auxiliaries. You also get more storage above the glove box, which is a nice touch. And then up top, you have the garage door buttons. You also have the digital camera. So you have further adjustments on that right side where you can go through those settings as needed. There's a sunglass holder up top, and then you have some dome lights and the controls for that sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility with those large cargo windows. It's very easy to see. And then same goes for over this left side as well. So there's not really any blind spots for this smaller SUV. As we set off now behind the wheel for the Toyota RAV4, this isn't the first RAV4 that we've had on the channel. It's also a vehicle that we've been able to take on the dirt. So we went to an event where the RAV4 was one of the vehicles that we went through some of the articulations in the trails, and it actually did surprisingly well. Now this is not a hardcore off-roading SUV, but if you have to take it off the road, Toyota has given you a platform where you can go on some gravel, you can go on some articulations, some slight inclines, declines, things like that, where you can actually take this off the pavement to go camping, to go kayaking, to go off the beaten path. You have a vehicle that is capable in doing that with the all-wheel drive system, especially with the trail mode here. It will help modulate the throttle with that all-wheel drive system. So it's a very impressive all-around SUV, and it's one that is going to be very economical. I've been driving this for 4 or 5 days now, and the fuel tank is still on full. We still have 440 miles on the range after having probably driven about 100 miles or so in the last couple of days. So very, very impressive with the MPG that you get. This is also a very comfortable SUV to drive. For its pricing, it's a very nice option. Now, this is a vehicle that we're actually taking on a road trip in the next couple of days. It'll be about an 8-hour round trip, 6 to 8 hours roughly. And this is a perfect vehicle for that. We are going to an Overland Expo event where there's going to be a lot of other Toyotas. And so we'll be driving this. It will be off the pavement. It's going to do very well for those situations. It's going to be comfortable. We have everything that we need. We can pair our phone, get the nav going, and we have quite a lot of creature comfort. So if you are looking for more of a simple SUV, but it gives you all of those creature comforts, it gives you something that you're able to daily drive, and you really don't need much more than this, great SUV to go with. For its smaller footprint, it has a lot of room. You can easily fit adults in the back. You have plenty of cargo space. You have the ability to put the roof rack up top to put extra cargo if you need it. It's just a really nice, compact-ish SUV. If you need something larger, you can go with the FOURR, you can go with the Highlander if you need something even larger, but for its smaller size and what you get with the RAV4, it is a great option. You have a lot of different trim levels. I believe the starting MSRP is right around $28,000. So you have a huge price range just depending on the options that you want. You don't have to get the hybrid if you don't want it. I think it's definitely a good option to go with, however. And then with the hybrid in sport mode, we're going to use the shifter here. We'll give it an acceleration. And it's actually not that bad. We got up. It doesn't really shift as well. It's a CVT, so it's interesting they give you the option to do that, but that was a slight acceleration, not even loud or anything like that. It's not something that is going to be loud by any means, especially with the hybrid. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the RAV4. Definitely a nice interior. I'd say it's more on the basic side. Toyota doesn't really have an elegant interior, but it's definitely very nice with these materials, with the screen there. So it gives you that simple upscale interior, if you want to say that. So we have some very nice materials for this model and just a nice place to be. If you need that added visibility, we have that mirror there that you can flip up if you need to. So we have a lot of those creature comforts, which is very nice. A lot of hidden storage areas too. So you have a lot of areas you can place items in this vehicle. And it's a great point A to point B SUV, and one, like I mentioned, you can take off the pavement if you want to go on some adventures. But I'm excited to take it on a road trip. This will be the second RAV4, I think, that we've taken on a long road trip like this, and just a great vehicle. It's something that I don't even think we will have to fill up because of the range that we have. We should be able to drive very far without having to fill up, and with that small fuel tank, you're not really spending much at the gas pump either, which is nice. That is going to wrap it up for the 2024 Toyota Rav4 XSE Hybrid. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.